Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you appreciate honest, clear, and detailed updates on Social Security, stimulus packages, tax changes, and financial policies coming out of Washington, D.C., then this is the place for you. Today's video is a deep dive into what is shaping up to be one of the most talked about and potentially impactful economic relief packages in recent years, President Trump's new proposed bill. We're going to break down exactly what President Trump wants included, what this means for families, seniors, workers, and small businesses, and clarify a few hot-button topics you've likely heard circulating online. Are we getting a Doge dividend check of up to $5,000? Are tips, overtime income, and Social Security benefits going to be tax-free? What happens with the child tax credit? Is car loan interest finally tax-deductible again? All of these questions and more will be answered, so make sure to stick around until the end of this video. You do not want to miss a single detail. And before we dive in, all I ask is one simple favor: if you enjoy these updates and want to keep them coming every single day, take just 2 seconds and smash that like button. It helps tremendously with the algorithm and lets me know these videos matter to you. Now, let's begin. So yes, it has now been officially confirmed, the initial version of the new economic bill aligned with President Trump's priorities is out, and it's packed with proposals that are highly stimulative for various segments of the American population. Let me read you a key quote from House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Jason Smith, who said, "This one big, beautiful bill delivers on President Trump's priorities to restore and expand Trump-era growth and relief for families, workers, and small businesses. This bill includes several tax relief provisions, direct support for working families, and deductions aimed at stimulating the economy, but it's important to understand this. It still has a long way to go. It must pass the House, survive amendments, and make its way to the Senate before reaching the president's desk. Along the way, there could be major changes. Also, it's worth noting that some of these provisions may not qualify for budget reconciliation, which means the GOP will need to be strategic in what they can push through without Democratic support. Let's address the elephant in the room, the Doge dividend check. There has been a lot of speculation online about whether Americans could see a $5,000 Doge dividend stimulus check as part of this new bill. The result? It's not there. As of now, there is no mention of any kind of direct Doge dividend stimulus payment of $5,000. And to be honest, that doesn't surprise me. President Trump has made it clear that his primary focus is on tax reform and targeted incentives, not broad stimulus checks like we saw in 2020 or 2021. So, to put it plainly, the Doge dividend check is not included, at least not in this version of the bill. Now, let's talk about something that actually is in the bill, the no tax on tips proposal. Under the current version, cash tips would be exempt from federal income tax. That's great news, if you're in the service industry and still receiving physical cash tips. But here's the catch. This exemption applies only to cash tips. That means credit card and debit card tips are still taxable under this bill, at least for now. And as we know, the majority of tips nowadays are digital. Most customers tip through their cards, not in cash. Now, this next provision could be a game changer for hourly workers. Under this bill, overtime income would not be taxed, but there's nuance here. Here's how it breaks down. Let's say you earn $20 per hour. When you work overtime, you typically earn time and a half, which is $30 per hour. Under this bill, your base wage, $20 per hour, would still be subject to income tax. But, the extra $10 per hour from overtime would be exempt from federal income tax. So, for example, you work 45 hours in 1 week. 40 hours are taxed normally. The extra 5 hours, you earn $30 per hour. Of that, $10 per hour times 5 equals $50 would be tax-free. Let's move on to Social Security. Many of you have asked, will this bill eliminate federal taxes on Social Security benefits? Well, here's the reality. there's no provision eliminating taxes on Social Security in this version of the bill. However, there is a new benefit for seniors. If you're over the age of 65 and you are single and make under $75,000 per year, or married filing jointly and make under $150,000/year, you would get an additional $4,000 standard deduction. That's significant. It doesn't eliminate taxes on Social Security outright, but it does provide additional tax relief for many seniors, especially those on fixed incomes. Now, let's talk about one of the most impactful parts of the bill, the child tax credit. Currently, the child tax credit is set to return to $1,000 per child beginning in 2026 unless Congress acts. But here's what this new bill proposes. Make the $2,000 child tax credit permanent, not temporary. And for the years 2025 through 2028, eligible families could receive up to $2,500 per child, every year. This is not a deduction, it's a fully refundable tax credit, meaning if you owe no taxes, you still get this money back. It's dollar for dollar. So, if you have 2 children, you could receive $5,000. 4 children, $10,000. 6 children, $15,000. And I couldn't find any language in the bill that caps the number of eligible children. So, if you have 10 kids, yes, you might actually get $25,000. This is a big push from Trump's team to incentivize family growth and ease financial pressure on American households raising children. Section 7, Car Loan Interest Tax Deduction, 1001 to 1130. Here's another benefit included for individuals, this time related to car ownership. Under this bill, interest paid on personal car loans would become tax-deductible, up to $10,000 per year. Key things to remember. This applies only to personal vehicles. It does not apply to business or commercial vehicle loans. This is especially helpful considering high interest rates on auto loans in today's economy. Deducting interest on your tax return could significantly reduce your taxable income. To wrap things up, let's quickly go over what's not in this bill. No mention of Doge dividend checks. No permanent tax exemption for Social Security income. No guarantee that electronic tips will be tax-free, yet. No mention of requiring cars to be American-made for loan interest deductions, though this could be added later. It's also important to remember that this is just the first draft. Lawmakers are already hinting at amendments, adjustments, and additions as the bill moves through committees and negotiations. So there you have it. While we don't have a one-time $5,000 Doge dividend check, we do have a collection of targeted tax relief policies and family incentives that, when combined, could equal or even exceed that amount for many households. $2,500 child tax credit. Tax-free overtime pay. Tax-free cash tips. Extra senior deduction. Car loan interest deduction. As always, I will continue monitoring every update as this bill evolves. When new information drops, I'll be the first to break it all down for you in simple terms. Make sure to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and leave a comment below letting me know what you think about these new proposals. Are they enough? What should be added or changed? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next update.